Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overlay DFS. I'm your host, as always, Ira Silver, and I'm feeling good. I don't know about you, but we got a great show for you today. For those of you who are new to Overlay DFS, we are starting the revolution. Are you sick and tired of losing to sharks on FanDuel and DraftKings that have over 150 lineups in every single contest? I know I was. That's why I made the switch over to Overlay DFS. So for those of you who are new to the channel, what we do is we go ahead every week, we review the NFL, and we are starting to review the NBA overlay matchups here for this week or that day. So, and we will also be getting into who we have in the super contest. We are top, I believe, 300 right now, top 350 right now, and we got to make some more picks. So let's jump right into sharing my screen. So without further ado, let's do that. All right. So for those of you who are new to the game and new to Overlay, you can find our app in the App Store at Overlay Fantasy Sports. You can also play it online at OVERLAYDFS.com. But what you got to do essentially is make 12 picks. Who's going to have more total fantasy points? So between these two matchups, okay? So do you like Patrick Mahomes or Jimmy Garoppolo? Who's going to have more fantasy points? There's plenty of matchups to choose from. All you got to do is choose 12 plus 3 alternates in case of inactives. If you win, if you finish in the top 10% best win-loss tie record, you will go ahead and win 9 times your buy-in. So in this game is a $22 entry. $20 goes to the prize pool. So you will go ahead and win $180. If you go a perfect 12-0, right now, the grand progressive jackpot bonus is almost up to $11,000 this week. It grows every week until someone hits the perfect 12-0. So let's jump right into a couple interesting matchups here. And if you notice on the side, it starts building your picks in order. You can sort them, move them around, things like that. But basically, these numbers here are your total tiebreaker points. So if everyone ends the week 8-4, it's going to come down to how many tiebreaker or confidence points did you accumulate. That will be the tiebreaker scenario. All right, let's jump right into a few interesting matchups here on Overlay for NFL week number 15. So we got a couple of interesting ones that I like this week. Jared Goff versus Dak Prescott playing each other. That should be a fun one. Goff really coming on as of late. Dak looking a little mediocre lately in that Dallas offense and that Dallas team in general. So it'll be interesting to see what the Dallas defense can do against Jared Goff and the Rams and what the LA Rams defense can do against Dak Prescott. Another interesting one I like here, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. Baker, pick maker versus Kyler season. I'm a big Kyler Murray fan. I'm also a big Baker Mayfield guy. However, Baker has really not lived up to expectations. Kyler has really done well in his first year, in my opinion. It'd be interesting to see who scores more total fantasy points. Cleveland is going up against the lowly Arizona defense, while Kyler Murray is going to have to face a decent defense in the Cleveland Browns. Another interesting matchup I like here is Saquon Barkley versus Nick Chubb. Both have cupcake matchups this week. Barkley up against the Miami Dolphins at home, and Nick Chubb on the road against the Arizona Cardinals. Excuse me. Another interesting one I love a lot is the Austin Eckler, Melvin Gordon. Austin Eckler and Melvin Gordon play on the same team in the same position. So it's always who's going to have the hot hand. So you got to decide who you like here in this matchup. If you're right, you get a win. If you're wrong, you get a loss, and so on and so forth. You start accumulating those wins, loss, and ties. Another interesting one I like here, Todd Gurley versus Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper playing wide receiver against the LA Rams defense. Todd Gurley playing running back against the Dallas Cowboys run defense. So that'll be an interesting one. I like that. I love the wide receiver running back matchup. I just think it's a lot of fun. Another interesting one here, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods. I know I've been talking about this game a lot. I just think there's going to be some points scored in this one. You know, and I just love to see the same team, same position, different players going head to head. Another interesting one, Travis Kelce versus Tyreek Hill. Always a fun one, going up against the Denver Broncos defense, which has looked pretty good as of late. So that'll be a good one to see as well. George Kittle, Emmanuel Sanders, another fun one. Same team, tight end versus wide receiver. However, George Kittle looks like a wide receiver, a big wide receiver out there. He can catch the ball. He can make some moves. He can break some tackles. Did you see last week's play at the end of the game where he just kind of stiff-armed some guy? He had his helmet being taken off, and he was just like, get out of my way because we're going to beat you today. And the last but not least, fun matchup here, Hunter Henry versus Darren Waller. I think Darren Waller here is going to have a big day against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Last game at Oakland Raiders Stadium at the Coliseum. No, I don't remember what it's called. I believe it's Coliseum. The Black Hole. Darren Waller up against Hunter Henry at home against the Minnesota Vikings defense that have not been playing great as of late. All right, guys, that's it for the Overlay Football matchups here. Let's jump right into the Super Contest. We had 5 picks this week. 4 remain. We decided to go contrarian here and take a Thursday night matchup with the New York Jets. That didn't pan out so well, as you know. Final score 42-21. We had 15.5 or 16.5. Oh, 15. Here you go. Jets had opportunities to stay in this game and win the game. Not win the game, but cover the game. They just decided in good old Jets fashion to give this one away. Our second pick of the week is the Chicago Bears at Lambeau catching 4 points. We're going to go with the Bears here. So give me the Bears +4 against the Packers. Our third matchup on the board was the Buffalo Bills. Where are they? Where are you, Buffalo? Oh, Buffalo. It's a Sunday night game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, this Pittsburgh Steelers is such a weird team to me. They play fantastic defense. Tomlin really should be in the conversation for head coach of the year here with all he's done with Quack Duck Hodges in at quarterback and Mason Rudolph. I like the Bills here, though, catching 2.5 on the road against the Steelers. Fourth pick of the day is going to be the fourth pick of the week, I should say, is going to be the Arizona Cardinals at home against the Cleveland Browns. I just think Freddie Kitchens is not a good coach. Not to say that Cliff Kingsbury is. However, I just think that the Arizona Cardinals offense will put up some points here in this matchup. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Cardinals here with a short road against a short road favorite in the Cleveland Browns. And our last 5th game of the week will be the LA Rams against the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. I think the Dallas Cowboys are unraveling here. The Rams have been playing really good football as of late. Jerry Jones doesn't know what's going on. And it looks like Sean McVay has really turned things around here in the second half of the season for the LA Rams. I'm excited for this game. I really want to watch it. I'll be tuning in. And obviously, good luck to us this week in our season long. We are in the playoffs, so we're going to have to make some good starts this week as well. But yeah, so those of you who are interested or want to give it a whirl on Overlay, go check us out at OVERLAYDFS.com or in the App Store at Overlay Fantasy Sports. You can also follow us on all social media at OverlayDFS. I am your host, as always, Ira Silver. You can follow me on Twitter at IraSilverMagic. Please like, subscribe, comment. It would mean the world to me. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much for joining me.